candidate for chair here tonight is Tom Truex.
Tom?
Any questions?
We didn't intend any.
Okay,
After everybody speaks, if the candidates agree that we have time for questions, if everybody's for that,
okay,
that's fine.
All right.
it's okay with me.
Okay.
Okay, I am Tom Truex. Thank you for inviting us here this evening. Two things. 3 minutes is a tough format.
You've got 5 that
Okay.
everybody's taking.
5 minutes. 5 minutes is actually a little better. Yeah.
Richard, you have another at least 2 if you need it.
And
everybody took at least 5.
Since there's questions, you even have an opportunity to take some shots. But if 5 minutes plus an opportunity to take some shots is not enough, I have 2 more meet and greets scheduled before the BREC election. One is going to be this Friday in the northeast part of Fort Lauderdale. It's in a private home. If you're interested, let me know. The other one is this Saturday morning at 84 Diner in Davie. That's going to be at 9 o'clock again. Let me know if you're interested. It's not a candidate forum, so if you're undecided, I don't know if there's any undecided BREC members in this room, but if there is 1 or 2 of you, see me about that and give you information. The other thing is I have more information about myself on my personal precinct website, which is browardrepublican.org. browardrepublican.org. Don't confuse that with Broward GOP.org. That's the county site, and that one has a lot of blue background on it. Mine has all red background. The other thing I wanted to say up front is we've had several of these forums, and there was one question that was never asked that I kept waiting for it to be asked, and it never was, so I'm just going to tell you all. Nobody ever asked if who I was endorsing for vice chair. And so just let me say we're not running as a ticket, but I have met with Carolyn Kennedy. I think we share a lot of the same vision. I think she brings a lot to the table with her contacts and with her background. So definitely I'm voting for Carolyn Kennedy for vice chair, and I would encourage all the other BREC members to as well. Okay, I've been a BREC member for about 10 years. I've done most everything that you can, I think, do as a volunteer or candidate. I've walked door to door. I've helped with campaign strategies. I've made phone calls. I've donated money. I sent letters. I participated in the 2000 recount for President George W. Bush. I've been an officer of a local Republican club. And as I said, just about in the course of the last 10 years, I think I've done just about everything that you can do as a good Republican. I also served 2 years on the town council in the town of Davie. I served 2 full terms as mayor of Davie. I know what it takes to be an elected official. I know what it takes to win elections. I know what the rigors of public life are like. I know what it's like to be examined by the media and by the Democrat Party. I've been told, I wouldn't say I have any friends who are Democrats, but I've been told by other Democrats that I was thoroughly investigated. And I'll tell you, to the best of my knowledge, what they came up with was I have one of the 2 phone lines I have running into my home, one of them was unlisted. And they didn't mention this, but it happens to be the one that my children were allowed to answer. I'm not perfect, but I'm just saying that Democrats looked for it and they didn't find it yet. My #1 goal as your chairman of BREC is to improve the quality of life here in Broward County. To improve the quality of life here in Broward County. The way we're going to do that is we're going to elect Republicans to serve in the municipalities, in the congressional districts, on the school boards, on the county commission. That's the only way we're going to improve the quality of life here. First-time candidates. We have some individuals in this room that either are or were first-time candidates. First-time candidates often spend most of their time, if not all of their time, learning how to be a candidate before they ever start campaigning at all. That's a problem. As BREC, we need to help first-time candidates and help them learn how to run a campaign. So my emphasis would be on the local elections. I get a lot of literature from other Republicans, some from our county party, that they emphasize we have to build up BREC because of the 2012 elections. And even Brother Joe mentioned 2011 being an off year. 2011 is not an off year for Republicans. Every year where we have Republicans running up for office, be it federal, state, or local, that's definitely an on year for BREC. And we need to emphasize that. We need to get local candidates elected. Nothing energizes the party like success. I have a plan not unlike some of the ones you've heard before. The nuts and bolts of filling the committee precinct positions, it's not rocket scientists. But what we do need to emphasize is electing local officials. I happen to live in Colonel West's district, congressional district. I have not been at any forum since the elections where Colonel West's name has not been invoked. I don't think any of us have gotten his permission, but we've all invoked his name. Colonel West energized this county because he won. And I don't believe that the successful strategy is to try to build up the county and say that's how we're going to win elections. We're going to win elections, and that's going to help us build the county party. Education. Education is a key to our long-term success here in this county as Republicans. We have to explain the historical record. We have to correct and confront Democrats on their incorrect portrayals of the Republican Party. We have to be prepared to go toe-to-toe, nose to nose, to the Democrat structure in this county. When I was mayor of the town of Davie, the day before I was elected, there happened to be 2 Republicans on the county commission. Before I was elected to the city commission, we didn't have any Republicans. When I got elected as a town councilman, we had 2 members of the town council. When I became mayor, we had a razor-thin majority. And our lobbyist at that time also happened to be a gentleman named Mitch Caesar. Some of you probably heard of him. 2 weeks later, he was no longer the town of Davie's lobbyist. I don't even know if I had the votes to get him out of that position. But I had a conversation with him the next day, and 2 weeks later, he had resigned. So you have to be prepared to be a leader, and you have to be prepared to not back down before the Democrats in this county. And the third point I want to emphasize in what is left of my 5 minutes is ensuring that future generations of America have a better life than what we have today. Not equal, not almost as good, but better. And the only way that we are going to accomplish that again is we're going to have to elect and retain fiscally responsible Republicans. We're going to have to advocate sustainable fiscal policies, both locally, statewide, and in the federal government. We have to promote patriotism. We have to register Republican voters. Thank you.